Gentrification in Chicanx and Latinx communities by David Mota. What is gentrification? According to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, gentrification is a process in which a poor area, as of a city, experiences an influx of middle-class or wealthy people who renovate and rebuild homes, and businessmen, and which often result in an increase in property values and the displacement of earlier, usually poorer residents. The issue with gentrification. Gentrification as a whole is an issue to Latinx and Chicanx built communities. It erases years and decades of history and the roots that have made their homes in the cities. It can uproot and hurt families who've made their bed there years before big corporations come to buy them out. Gentrification displaces long-term residents and disrupts community, culture, and identity in Chicanx and Latinx neighborhoods. According to governing.com, gentrification has significantly increased in various cities across the United States. For example, San Antonio, Texas, experienced an 11.7% gentrification rate, while Fresno, California, had an 11.4% rate. In contrast, cities like Detroit, Michigan, and El Paso, Texas, experienced minimal or no gentrification during the same period. The historical context. Chicanx and Latinx communities in urban areas reveal a complex interplay of migration, segregation, disinvestment, and activism. Past policies and developments have created economic and social conditions that make these communities particularly vulnerable to gentrification. In the article, The Changing State of Gentrification, published by the APA, they state the latter half of the 20th century saw economic decline due to deindustrialization, which hit the minority communities particularly hard. This, combined with disinvestment, led to deteriorating infrastructure and services in these areas. Understanding this history is crucial for developing equitable urban policies that protect and empower these communities in the face of ongoing gentrification pressures. Key factors in gentrification. Gentrification in Chicanx and Latinx neighborhoods are fueled by economic pressures like real estate development and rising property values, policies such as zoning laws and urban renewal projects, and demographic shifts with higher income residents moving in. According to Effect Analysis on the Driving Factors of Supergentrification using Structural Equation Modeling, written by Quan-Wei Zhu, social factors are the fundamental factors that promote gentrification, political factors, economic factors, and spatial factors that also play a key role in the process of supergentrification. Due to its positive impact on urban sustainable development, gentrification has gradually become a global urban strategy. This is due to the fact that families' situations aren't considered whatsoever in these moments. These factors displace long-term residents and change the area's cultural and economic makeup. It pushes out all of what was created to make room for something new and shiny. Understanding these causes is essential for creating strategies to reduce gentrification's negative effects and maintain the cultural identity of these communities. Impacts on communities. The economic impacts of gentrification, such as resident displacement, loss of affordable housing, and changes in local business landscapes, are profound. Equally significant are the social and cultural impacts, including the erosion of cultural heritage, community identity, and the displacement of cultural institutions. Addressing these issues requires a comprehensive understanding of gentrification's drivers and the impacts to develop strategies that mitigate its negative effects while preserving the cultural integrity of Chicanx and Latinx communities. According to The Impact of Gentrification on Urban Communities, Causes, Pros, and Cons by Silas Bamigbola, the stress and instability caused by displacement and rising living costs can have adverse health effects on vulnerable populations. Case studies: Boyle Heights and Pilsen are just two examples of Chicanx and Latinx neighborhoods significantly affected by gentrification. These studies illustrate the profound economic and cultural impacts of rising property values, demographic shifts, and policy changes on long-standing communities. Through resident quotes, statistics, and visual evidence, the ongoing struggle to maintain community identity and resist displacement becomes clear. Understanding these impacts is crucial for developing equitable solutions that honor and preserve the cultural integrity of these neighborhoods. Community resistance and advocacy. Grassroots movements and organizations like Defend Boyle Heights and Pilsen Alliance play a crucial role in resisting gentrification and advocating for rights of long-term residents. Through direct action, policy, advocacy, and community education, these groups have achieved significant victories in protecting their neighborhoods from displacement and preserving their cultural heritage. These efforts demonstrate the power of organized community resistance and the importance of local activism in shaping equitable urban development. Call to action. Supporting local businesses, participating in community efforts, and advocating for effective policies are essential steps in combating displacement and ensuring these neighborhoods remain vibrant and inclusive. By doing these things, individuals can contribute to the preservation and empowerment of Chicanx and Latinx communities facing gentrification and keeping their neighborhoods away from greedy businessmen. How to get involved. There are so many ways to help. We have organizations such as Late Night Tenants Union, Rights to the City Alliance, and Homes for All. Through engaging with these organizations, such as the one listed, and utilizing the resources they can provide, you are able to contribute to the fight against the gentrification in these dissipating communities and support their efforts to preserve the cultural integrity, economic stability, and hard work of Chicanx and Latinx communities. Conclusion. The Rights to the City Alliance has this slogan: housing is a human right, not a commodity or a piggy bank for the wealthy. I think it's an important message to keep funneling out to people to get them to realize that gentrification can cause many issues for someone already living in the area. By addressing the root causes of gentrification and supporting protests while showing resistance and advocacy, we can all work towards creating a more sustainable urban environment that honors and preserves the rich cultural heritage of Chicanx and Latinx in all urban neighborhoods.